Ohio, I have the privilege and luxury of not having generational trauma because my parents were born in Nigeria.
Early reports like these from Biafra were on film in black and white. Colour film was to follow.
2 minutes later, and the Biafrans are having trouble getting their troops to advance from their forward positions. Most of their bullets are going into the ground ahead.
In early 2023, a single statement ignited a firestorm across the Black diaspora. Host Emmanuel Acho publicly claimed he possessed the privilege and luxury of not carrying generational trauma, attributing this to his parents being born in Nigeria. His core argument? That without the specific legacy of U.S. chattel slavery, he could deliver racial conversations to white audiences without the sting. To claim a Nigerian lineage frees you from generational trauma isn't just incorrect, it ignores history. To accept this argument is to ignore the unique and devastating anatomy of the Nigerian experience. It is a historical erasure that scrubs clean a legacy built on British colonial subjugation, weaponized tribalism, and blood spilled during the Biafran War. The blueprint of modern Nigerian trauma began in 1914. British imperial forces artificially merged over 250 distinct ethnic groups with vastly different languages, belief systems, and structures into a single border designed purely for economic extraction. Colonialism was not a passive era. It was an act of continuous institutional violence. The British employed a ruthless strategy of divide and conquer, pitting neighbors against each other and teaching a society to view authority not as a tool for public service, but as a weapon of absolute control. When the British flag was lowered in 1960, those structural wounds didn't disappear. They evolved into deep-seated ethnic distrust. By 1966, political tension boiled over into extreme violence. Mobs in northern Nigeria carried out widespread attacks against Igbo people. Tens of thousands of Igbo men, women, and children were hunted down and killed. Over 1 million terrified Igbos fled back to their home region in the east just to stay alive. When it became clear the government wouldn't protect them, the eastern region broke away and created their own country on May 30th, 1967, the Republic of Biafra. For the Igbo people, Biafra was about pure survival. What followed was 2.5 years of unimaginable terror. The Nigerian federal government imposed a total land, sea, and air blockade on Biafra. Man-made mass starvation became a weapon of war. Between 500,000 and 2 million civilians, the vast majority being Igbo women and children, perished from starvation and disease. For millions of Nigerian families, particularly within the Igbo community, Biafra isn't ancient history. It is a living, inherited scar. The unaddressed grief, loss of life, destroyed savings, and systemic disenfranchisement passed directly down the bloodline into the diaspora today, and this trauma remains active today. Living under continuous institutional breakdown, where power grids fail, security collapses, and historical injustices remain unaddressed, forces a population into a state of perpetual survival stress. It creates a culture where hardship is normalized, mental health struggles are dismissed as spiritual failures, and the nation's brightest minds flee abroad in a desperate search for safety. Calling out Nigerian trauma doesn't take away from the painful history of Black Americans. Black Americans survived slavery, Jim Crow, and state violence, building power in a country where they had nowhere else to go. That struggle carries a unique weight that no one else can claim. This isn't about competing over who suffered more. It's about telling the truth. Acting like you are free from trauma just to make yourself sound safe to white audiences disrespects both histories. Trauma from American slavery and trauma from British rule are both real, heavy, and documented. Pretending it isn't there won't heal it, and denying it will never set us free.